Hey, y'all. We back and we are black. Thank y'all for joining us for another episode of Philly Unfiltered. We are late, but better late than never. We have an awesome panel tonight, y'all. We have an awesome conversation about to happen. So come on in, join us, and I'm going to be a fake DJ and play an intro song. By the request of one of our awesome guests. And this is Delivery from Leandria Johnson. And y'all know we can only do 30 seconds because Facebook be hating. Okay. So hope y'all enjoy it. I gotta get past the commercials. All right, y'all. We see y'all in another 30 seconds.
Listen, when a person becomes a believer, their spirit is made right. But sometimes the heart rim, the soul rim, the mind rim is a little slow getting the message because life has left a hole in it due to molestation, low self-esteem, abuse. But I came to tell you that God has come to heal the hole in your soul. My sister Leandria is going to help me with this story. Take your time, sister. Sing it for somebody.
Deliver me.
Rescue me from myself.
'Cause all I seem to do is hurt me.
Anybody overthink a lot, that hurts you.
Oh my goodness. Listen, if y'all don't know that song, I need y'all to go and find it, listen to it. That's Miss Leandria Johnson singing Deliver Me. Guys, I know every time we do this, put some music on there, 30 seconds, anything past that, they shut us down on the ground. As y'all can see, I'm up here by myself. And I'm gonna tell y'all why I'm here by myself. But what I want to do is introduce my panel guests that are here right now. We still waiting for one more person. These are awesome queens that's about to join us when we will be talking about our own businesses, nonprofits, whatever we got going. But the topic of discussion tonight is how do we as Black women help Black men acknowledge that there is a mental health issue? How do we do that? So that is the topic of tonight, you guys. So as I always do, multitask. I'm going to add my friends. We got Miss Ashley. Y'all know Miss Ashley always is on the show. Miss Ash Living Life. She is one of the sisters of Philly Unfiltered. She is always welcome here. Hey Ashley, how you doing?
Hey, love. I'm doing well.
I'm so glad to have you here. Thank you for coming on such short notice. Y'all know I'm always late, and I'm gonna tell y'all why I'm late with this show. And next we have Miss Tamika Williams. This lovely queen I met in a program that I am in for entrepreneurs and small business owners, medium business owners, however you wanna call it. We got Miss Tamika Williams. Hello.
Hello, everybody.
Hello. Hey. Thank everybody for coming in. Y'all, as always, I'm going to multitask this because I have to share while we're speaking. So while I'm doing this, Ashley, you want to start off and telling everybody who you is again? Oh, I'm loud.
Yes. My name is Ashley Harris, and I'm a community activist. I just now filed for my nonprofit. It's going to be called Jean's Way Incorporated, and I named it after my grandmother. She was a community activist as well as Senator Hardy Williams, administrative assistant, and she has done a lot for our community. And I want to follow in her footsteps. So that's that.
Nice. Well, again, thank you for coming. We're always glad to have you here. So Miss Tamika, you are up next. Can you please tell them who you are and what you do?
Hello, my name is Miss Tamika Williamson. I work for the Philadelphia Housing Authority, and I also am a participant in the entrepreneurship program. I'm also owner and CEO of Williamson Family LLC, and also owner of A Woman Forged by Fire, which is a nonprofit without nonprofit status yet. So, yes, I'm trying to do big things and help as many people as I can because I want to leave a legacy of love and not a legacy of lack in our communities with people who look like me.
Oh, I like that. A legacy of love and not a legacy of lag. Y'all know I like to play on words. That's what I do around here. I plays on the words. So thank you, Miss Tamika Williamson. I always say people names so wrong, so I do apologize for that. But thank you for being here. So as we always do, and before we get into it, y'all, as y'all can see, my co-host Doc E in the place to be is not here. So, our other guest is here, so I'm gonna let her introduce herself before I get into my big old spiel. Okay, so I'm gonna give her the proper introduction too, because we have another beautiful Black queen coming on the scene, to just indulge in this great conversation. Her and I were on the phone for probably like 2 hours, talking like best girlfriends. So, hey, Dada, how you doing?
Hey, everybody.
This is another young lady that I met in my the business classes I tell you guys that I'm taking to help my business and nonprofit and things like that. So me, I'm making friends everywhere. Okay, so before we start, y'all, and I see the comments, bro, I'm gonna put the link in. I need you to come through because you're gonna enjoy this conversation. Uhuru, that's the rule right there. Oh my God, this is another resource for y'all. I would love for y'all to meet Mr. Akimba. He has a whole, you talk about a movement in the Black Panthers. He has a whole movement. So he's awesome in that. But guys, as y'all can see, my man in the place to be, Doc E, is not here. Everybody that knows Doc, y'all know Doc is a very, very strong man, and he's always there when somebody needs him. But right now, Doc is taking some time. He's taking some mental health time to himself because he needs to get his mental state right so he can come back and give y'all the news you can use with Doc E and all of those things. So even in that, you guys know how much Doc talks about the importance of mental health within Black men and within the Black community. So with him reaching out saying that, I just wanted to ask everybody that knows Doc, even if you don't know Doc, just give your prayers. Just pray for him, in his mental state for his bettering. So he can be, come back. Like I said, Doc, watch the show. It might give you some fuel, to come back with us next week. So Doc, if you watching, shout out to you. I can't wait for you to come back. So guys, what we do, and I gotta get my banners because I'm fancy. What we usually do is your spirit check. With your girl, I got fancy stuff. Nobody. I've been waiting so long to get, like these fancy like intro noises and stuff like that. So pardon me if I play around with this a lot tonight. Okay, this is my second time using it. So guys, y'all know in a spirit check, we always check our spirits, and if you can leave your spirit check in the comments, and we'll share it, and we'll absolutely pray for you. To get through this and to move through this because we are stronger in numbers. So with me, my spirit it's okay. It's okay, but I'm gonna go last because I got a story to tell. So I'm gonna start with our guest. So Donna, how is your spirit today? How you feeling?
Well, from talking to you today on the phone for about 2 hours, like you my spirit has been lifted from our last conversation that we just had. So my spirit is kind of high. I told you, you motivated me to, come on the podcast and things like that. And
I'm glad you're here.
Since then, I was like, okay, I'm gonna do this, okay. And I've been listening to everything you were saying and taking pointers moving forward.
Absolutely. And I thank you for that, because anybody that I've ever ministered to, I always tell y'all, even if you don't know the word, because I don't really know it, but what I do know, it says beware of false prophets, even myself. So if I give you a message, take it back to your higher power. And if you trust him enough to know that if you ask him to remove something and he removes it, if he brings you back to me, then let's see what we got to work out. Let's see what we're supposed to do there. So I'm so glad you took that, and I do appreciate that, and I thank you for coming. And hopefully your spirit be changed again, but in a good way, respectfully. At the end of the show. So, Mr. how is your spirit? How are you?
My spirit right now is intentional. I am trying to be intentional in everything that I do, and everything that I'm setting forth, and everything that I'm putting out into the universe, because it is an awesome, awesome, awesome power that I have behind me. And I really would love to share it with as many people as possible. God put things in my life. He put me through trials and tribulations to give me power to my testimony. And that's what my business are running off of, the power of my authentic testimony.
I like that. See, y'all know I be having the right people on this show because we plays with the words around here. Okay, her spirit is intentional. Oh, come on. All right, I get worked up. Okay. Miss Ashley, you are next, sweetheart. How is your spirit right now?
Hey, my spirit is well.
Good.
I mean, I feel like a weight has been lifted off of me because I just recently got some news and I'm like, listen, some things in the past just stay in the past. So now that I'm moving forward, I feel like, you know, that's that. I need to be active inside our community and especially with our youth. That's pretty much what I'm gearing it towards because it's too much going on out here and I don't want my son to fall into the streets. So before he even initiates that, you know, I want to be there for him and the other kids, his peers. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So I definitely have some things that's in the works and I'm going to implement it. So
Absolutely. And that's all we here to do is to implement these purposes that we got going because we got them going. Okay. And that is the purpose of Philly Unfiltered. Even without Doc here, y'all know that this is why we do this because Philly not going to talk about us if we doing something positive, you know.
Yep.
And if they do, the selected few, you have to do so much to be noticed by the city. You know what I mean? To get the Fox 29 coverage and things like that. And we do this for the people. We don't care how much you've done. If you want to do something, come here. Let's talk about it. Let's put it out there. Okay. So everybody that's new and old, that's why we here. We always introduce y'all to some they coming through. Come on, God. Hello, Mr. Dennis Maurice Dempsey. He was on here. He was another guest of ours. He was on here. Okay. When I tell you the support team came through and he was dropping those gems. So thank you for that. And yes, Doc would appreciate that so much. Guys, I'm going to put the link in the comments so y'all can join in this conversation. And please don't forget to put your spirit comments in the comments. So should we get into it? Should we go and get into it? Because everybody to introduce themselves. So this is what we about to do. We fitting to do this uncomfortable conversation. So tonight's topic is, what can we do as Black women to help our Black men acknowledge that they are dealing with a mental health issue respectfully? And I put the respectfully on there because I've had conversations with each one of these women right now, today, on the phone today. And the general consensus is we got to do it respectfully. Okay. Because everybody going to chime in on this because y'all know where I go. We cannot, and it's Philly Unfiltered for a reason, we cannot call these grown men and kings fuckboys. We can't do that. We can't attack everything that's wrong with them because, for one, we don't know how they were raised. We could be igniting something that their mother used to do. You know what I'm saying? And we also too could be giving off the energy of something that someone else did. So so that's the question, y'all. I'm gonna type it up here so y'all can know, so you can scroll across the screen because I'm fancy. So at any time, ladies, just however you want to address it, that is the topic. What can we do as Black women help Black men acknowledge that you are dealing with a mental health issue without making them feel less than? because that's the thing with Black people. We feel less than when we got to seek, extra help. Black people, I ain't going to sell nobody damn couch so I can tell them my business.
Right.
I'm an 80s baby. That's what I grew up on. You know what I mean? So we're not in that no more. You know what I mean? We grew up on take it to God. But what if they got God?
Right.
So why can't they go see somebody that can plant a seed about God? And then, I can go all day. So y'all can jump in at any time while I type this topic up.
So at
my
my church, City Reach Philly, up in the Tacony area, they have a thing called Kingdom Men. It's a group that's for men to minister and speak into men. Because a lot of times, especially growing up, it's always been women that are telling these men that they can do it. But we don't understand from a point of reference what can do it is. And if you can, you get what I'm saying? So it's basically going back to the women trying to raise boys into men. We don't have the same point of reference.
Right.
We don't know what it is to be a Black man. We just know what it is to be Black. We don't know what it is to be a strong Black man. We just know what we see on TV. So we have incorrect teachings of what a man is for the simple fact that fathers has been systematically removed from the family unit. And we don't know how to raise men to be the fathers that they don't have. And the men that we don't know. And the fathers that we never had. So we coming up with these ideologies, looking at these programs on TV that are perpetrated in the white view of what Black family look like and what Black love look like and what Black fathers look like. When these men are never going to emotionally or mentally add up to what society is telling them what they should. So they're always going to come in at a disadvantage. And then we are looking like, you don't look like this father or this man on TV. So you are inadequate.
Right.
So we have to first go to where our source of what love is, what a Black man is, and be able to understand both sides. But another thing we need to do first, we need to be quiet and we need to listen.
What?
Ask them what is wrong. Because I, for one, know I love the sound of my voice. And I, for one, know that I'm always right. And I, for one, know, but when I be quiet, I learn a lot. And babe, how are you feeling? Son, how are you feeling? Neighbor, how are you feeling? And listen, but don't listen to speak. Listen to listen.
Absolutely. And that's, like I said, I'm an 80s baby. So I grew up with this do as I say and not as I do. But we don't live in that anymore because I didn't have access to what my parents was doing. You know what I mean? Now you can go on Google. The kids got their own phones. They can see what our parents are doing. And the thing about that, a lot of the parents are doing what the kids is doing. You get me? So, and now you want to break down your child because they doing the wrong thing. And they like, well, mom, you was on Twitter pop blocking and dropping it too. I tried to do a video with you. You know what I mean? And it's like, and now it's more friends than parenting. You know, parents want to be your friend. No, my mom was not my friend. I'm 41 and my mother does not know how foul my mouth is. And she will never. Because I won't do it. I won't speak like that in front of my mother or my father ever. But right now, listen, we can't do that. And to piggyback off of what you said, Ms. Tamika, we have that dialogue all the time. I feel like as Black women, we can't raise Black men. I can't teach my son how to be but not that I can't raise him. I can't teach him how to be a man. We can raise good Black men, but we can't teach them how to be men. Like you said, there's certain things that we can't give them. We can't reach them on certain levels, just like with women. Yeah, you got the girl dads and all that. But when it comes to some menstrual cycles, dad, who you going to? You know, when it comes to a dude breaking your heart, you don't want to go to dad and be like, Dad, I just gave up, my personal belongings. And as much as you told me not to give up my personal belongings, And now this dude talking crazy about me in school. What do I do? No, no, girls can't go to their dads and say that. Like it doesn't happen. So we have to know our lane. And another thing I can't take women. We got Mother's Day. We got our birthday. We got Christmas. We got anniversaries. We got to celebrate when we in relationships and all that other. We got so many different holidays. Can we not try to take Father's Day? Like, come on, y'all. I'm a mom and dad. I see a post on Father's Day that say Happy Father's Day to me from a woman. I'm unfriending you. I'm unfollowing you and I'm blocking you because that's dumb. You're not. Unless you had sex with yourself and got you pregnant, you are not mom and dad. So please stop saying that and stop raising your kids on that. Anybody can chime in. Oh, before we chime in, let's read the comment because I could go all day on these topics. Mr. Dennis Maurice says some of us are raised and some of us grow up. And mental health, you got to know the root before you water the tray. Some things have to be uprooted. Didn't I tell y'all he be giving gems and dropping words? That is fact. That is really, really fact. And those of us, how do y'all feel about it? Anybody, how do you feel about that comment? Donna, how would you address that comment?
So, like he was saying, and like Miss Tamika was saying, like I feel like everything starts within the household,
Mm-hmm.
and order for, and like most men in most households, some men was taught, oh, you can't cry, stop that crying is for girls, men don't cry. So that's where the emotionally and the physically, that's where they feelings gets involved, and they don't really know how to express themselves, or they don't know how to feel because they was taught to be a certain way when they was growing up, as they was growing up. And I feel like Miss what the gentleman just said, I feel like it come from the root. It's how you brought up and what's been taught to you in your household. I felt that when he wrote that.
Absolutely, that's true. Ashley, where you at?
Hey, I'm here.
How would you address that comment?
So, basically, I just would like to say that when you have to deal with mental illness, it has to be treated like addiction. You know how when they say that addicts, in order for them to receive help, they need to make it clear to themselves that they have a problem first, right?
Mhm.
So, in order to treat mental illness, it has to be, that person has to realize they actually have a problem. They've been through trauma, they've been through so many different levels of their life where though they need to break it down, step by step. It's a process. So, I feel like when men or women or anybody that's going through anything, they have to deal with it on their own. I know a lot of people, like when they start going through depression, they like to isolate themselves because sometimes that gives you the opportunity to actually think about what's going on in your life. And instead of dealing with this person's problem and that person's problem, you can now focus on yourself. You know what I mean? So I think that it's a lot when it comes to going through mental illness and trying to deal with it. I mean, everybody can't always offer assistance because some people, just like you said, some people think that they shouldn't go outside of the household when it comes to their issues because that's not how they grew up. And we really have to strip ourselves of that type of mentality because if things get worse, how are we going to be able to help our community if we can even help ourselves? So that really has to be addressed because we need these strong as Black men out in these, communities helping these kids. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like it's as many people out here that gives advice or that has the actual background for psychology and things of that nature, reach out to them. They're the experts. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's best for them to handle things now before it gets worse. So
Absolutely. That was good. Thank you very much. We have another guest coming in. This is another beautiful queen. She is also part of our absolutely awesome movement. We got revolutionaries everywhere. So I would like to welcome my good queen, Miss Whispering Wind. I love your name. Hello, beautiful. How are you?
Hi, I'm doing well. I can't even hardly see myself. Okay, here we go. How you doing? I'm doing well.
See, that's that mom background, that big pot in the back. Okay, she telling y'all she cooked. Like, stop playing. We do this around here. We get it cooking. So Whispering, what we were talking about. Hey, Miss Anisha. Y'all all over the place. I love y'all for so much support. Shout out to Miss Anisha Benelli. Queen, I was just talking about you, and I know that you don't have time to come in, but if you did, I would love it. I'm not going to say any names, but to the person that I spoke to on the phone about writing a book, here's an actual author. So whenever you're ready. This thing, I want to call her out. I want to, put her business out there. But sis Anisha, okay, we got another book writer. So come on, you listen. Let me know. Y'all know I'm the middleman for the phone numbers. Once you get the number, it's on you. Sell yourself. I don't need. If you go big, I don't need no shout outs. I don't need. You can give me $1 and sign it. That's it. So I can laminate it. That's all I need. You know what I mean? So, but Whispering that's like a tongue twister. Whispering Wind. The question was, as it's going across the screen, how can we as Black women help Black men acknowledge that they have a mental health issue respectfully? And we're putting respectfully on it because we tend to address men in a disrespectful way, in the midst of calling them soft, or you a fuck boy, or you a mama's boy, or you know what I mean, things like that, and not knowing that they may have that mental health issue. So that was the first question. And the second one was the response to Mr. Dennis Maurice. I'll put his question up. But how would you respond to the first one? What do you think we can do as Black women to help Black men acknowledge it first, that they have a health issue?
Well, I think one thing is how we can help depends on the relationship that we have with this individual. I do believe it's harder to help somebody see this if you have an intimate relationship, like two lovers, because for some reason, the closest people to you like to take outside information over yours. It's a very strange thing. Mm-hmm. When it comes to our brother or somebody that's close to us in a different way, well then I think it's a little bit easier because when you it's through the way you speak and the experiences that you share. Mm-hmm. So it's just because some people really don't even if you talk to them, they don't want to admit that vulnerability. So I've been able to have these conversations with my male friends, and say, hey, well, maybe you should try this, maybe you should try that, because I just listen to them with an open ear and I let them share, and they're looking for a woman's perspective on things. And so I'll open that up into different forms of healing. But I just find it's harder when you actually have a partner to partner relationship, especially if that the mental health has to do with abuse from another woman, like the mother per se, because you kind of take that, their place. So I just think that entering that discussion, it just needs to be some sensitivity. Sometimes when you pose it, you can also use someone else's situation, use an example as something that's relative to them or something that they, feel close to, or even just one day say, hey, stop by. I want to stop by to a group, because I've tried that. That actually was the most receptive thing, was going to an open group where it's not this person per se, but then, you're coming along with me. And so if you also feel the need, then you can join in and air yourself out. I think that's the least volatile approach is when it's not, when all the attention, the spotlight isn't on that individual.
Mm-hmm.
I think that much.
And to just to piggyback off of what you said, because I think Miss Tamika had made mention of something that you said, and it was brought up amongst the conversation. One with something that it may have been a trigger, like your mother. You know what I mean? Like she may have said something in the same manner, and that triggers the man to act accordingly. And I think Miss Tamika, you were saying the key word was listening. Like that's the key word we're not even throwing it around. Like that's it. Listen. We don't like to listen to people. And a lot of us think that we know everything and we really don't. And sometimes people mistake venting for gossip. You know, and even when it comes to their own self, nobody wants to feel like they're putting themselves down, but it's okay not to be okay. It's absolutely okay not to be okay. So okay, Miss Tamika, you on here twice. There you go. Got your back. So we have a couple of comments. Miss Anisha Benelli says, "Hey family. Back to this book. She talking about she's waiting for my chapter. Listen, I'm just as shook as you, Dada. I'm so shook. I'm very shook to put out this book. And shout out to Akimba Whisper when the bro was in here. He looked so absolutely. What he say? Tell Whisper I got my eye on her. Listen, if you got time, bro, I can send you the link because this topic, we would love to have a male perspective of that. Like you could give us, or anybody, any man that's watching, if you would like to come in and give us an insight on what, you know, as a man, what would you like to see from Black women to help you? You know, not saying that you have a mental issue, but you know people that deal with mental issues. Like, what would you like to see from Black women to stop the whole stigma, you know, of the angry Black woman? That's another page I got out. Shameless plug. I have a Facebook page called I Am Not an Angry Black Woman. I'm a Black woman that's angry. Know the difference. Cause I could just be having a day. That don't mean I'm just angry because I'm Black. Like I hate that stigma. Like Black women, we got that stigma. You an angry Black woman just because I'm Black. I'm not. I'm a depressed Black woman. I'm a tired Black woman. I'm a hangry Black woman. You know if I ate that day. You don't like my life. You know what I'm saying? Just though Kim would say he's in the bed. So he's watching. Shout out. Thank you for watching anyway. But yes, we did. We started this live pretty late, and this was something that needed to be talked about because this is an issue that's uncomfortable in the Black community. About mental health with women and with men. And I know we're talking about the men as far as what we can do. So I guess I'll pose this question to everybody. And I'll start from Ms. Tamika. I'll start with you and then I'll go around. What can we do as Black women to help other Black women acknowledge that they are dealing with a mental issue? I'm not even just acknowledge it. What can we do as Black women to support another Black woman?
So my biggest thing is I learned this from one of my pastors, Pastor Dana Divine. Her ministry is Speak Life International Ministries, SLIM for short. And her thing is to, how can I put this? To speak life, basically. To always bring positivity. Always bring out what's the best in people. Always accentuate the good things. Because with us women, we always go on a natural defensive. Oh, hey, you're so beautiful. Why? Right. We can't take a compliment. Oh, well, your business is doing great. I would like to try to help you. Why? Because I'm not doing good enough. Again, to the defensive. It's never a thank you. It's never I appreciate that. It's never I need you. Yeah. It's the first response. Somebody will have to catch themselves and be like, you know what? Thank you. And you know that it was about to be some negativity. So my thing is everything that she tries to do and everything she instills in everybody around her is to speak life. And then my thing is these women that you don't know or the ones you come around, like pray over yourself so that the spirit goes ahead of you. so that you will bring them joy, and then you can speak life, because women, as long as we're in the defensive, we can't hear nothing.
That's true. That's very, very true. Because we don't want to hear nothing, especially we was talking about this earlier. Once I load my gun, I ain't know what you talking about. Because both of them loaded. My ears have closed for the night.
Exactly.
So, that was the old me. I don't do that no more, y'all. I was quick on a draw, and this was like a month ago. So, like, don't think that God won't do it. I'm telling y'all, this was a month ago. Okay. So thank you so much, Mr. Mika, for your point of view on that and your opinion on that. Because as y'all know, we are unapologetically opinionated on here. We're not going to apologize for our opinion because we do it respectfully. That's it. You know, if you have an opinion, that's fine. If you don't like somebody's opinion, then back it up with facts and resources. If you have none of those, then it stays where it is. It's an opinion. Settle down. Okay. So, Ashley, we will go to you. And after we go around, again, everybody that's doing something, we're going to shout out our businesses, and we want to play a quick little tune, and then we're going to call it a night. But so Ashley, can you answer that question? What do you think we can do as Black women to support other Black women in their mental traumas?
So I think we should be there for one another. Not say we're going to be there, actually be there. Because it's so many times when people say, you know, I'm here for you, you know, I'm praying for you, but are we really? You know what I mean? So if we know that it's, you know, somebody's really going through something, give them as much support as you possibly can, because then you can be that person.
You fading out, Ash.
I'm sorry, can you hear me? Okay, I said be as much of a support system as you possibly can for that individual, because you can be somebody's blessing. You know what I'm saying? Somebody could be in the verge of committing suicide, and by you stepping in, you can prevent that. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like it's so many people out there, especially women, that are going through so many things, and they don't really have somebody there that's going to be their backbone. And another thing we need to stop doing is being in competition with one another. If anything, I feel as though we should be collaborating with one another, because woman power is phenomenal. So when I say that, you know, a lot of times we may be overlooked when it comes to different things, you know, job positions, anything, you know, particularly because it's a proven fact. It's been researched. They say that we make less than men. You know what I mean? So being as though I'm saying that, I'm pretty much trying to say that considering the fact that we are treated as second class citizens, we really have to be there to help uplift one another and provide each other resources so that we can, you know, climb the ladder the same as everybody else. So, you know, that's a part of helping people, you know, mentally. Not just like I said before, just saying you're gonna be there. But that's pretty much it.
And that's good info, because we are, it's easier to tell somebody I'll be there, but life happens. You know what I'm saying? You might not always be available to that person, and we have to check on our strong friends. A text message is support. You might not be able to physically hear their voice, but if a text message say, hey, you know, how you doing? Like me, I send out messages, and my messages, hey, spirit check, how's your spirit? Like everybody know, and it'll be spirit with a check mark, and you know why. And a lot of times it's right on time. Like with Doc, God know when I'm going through something, Doc be right on my phone. Spirit check, what's up, co-host? You all right? You know, so we have to keep that in mind. And if you don't have the time, stop stretching yourself, because people that need it, they are waiting for it and anticipating it. And when you don't give it, now we're disappointed. We don't care that you didn't have it. You told me you did. You said if I needed you at any time. If you don't mean any time, specify. If you need me between 12 and 2. I would respect that so much more than you telling me if you need me at any time, because I might need you at 3 in the morning. You know what I'm saying? Like we do have to setting boundaries when we're speaking of our trauma, or accepting to play the role to intercede for a trauma, if you will. So who's next to my right? Donna, it is you. What do you think you would have to say to another Black woman, or how could you support another Black woman in her trauma or her mental health?
Well, like everyone was saying, like just be there for them from the beginning towards the end if you have the time and the availability to be there for them. Like you said, most when you say stuff to people, and you have to be careful and mindful what you say, then once they call you, you're not available, then they get on the phone and say, well, you said this and now you're not there. And my thing is, like, I had one of my childhood friends, she was actually going through something. And where I was working at, they had, a therapist where you could talk to people. So I was telling her, I said, listen, if like I guess she was afraid to go, because she never did anything like that or talk to anyone before. So I was telling her, I said, listen, I work here. If you want me to set you up an appointment to meet with the lady, if you want me to sit with the lady with you, I'll do that with you as long as you're comfortable with me, sitting in the room while you talk to this lady. So, we did the appointment and everything. And, I talked to her over the phone. I talked to the lady that does the counseling. And, I can only do but so much myself if I'm going to support you and try to get you the help that you need. But you got to, do the end of your bargain too as well.
Absolutely.
So, we set up the appointment and everything. The time of the appointment came. I was off, but I still was going to go to my job with her to meet with the lady, but she never showed up. So I'm like I was telling Miss Andrea earlier, I'm that go-to person that everyone call. Like when I will put your burden on my back when it's not even my burden. Like I'm just that person. I don't know why I need to stop. But that's just how I am. I like to help people. If I can help you in any way, that's just me. I don't know. I can't turn it down. I'm trying to. I'm learning, but that's just something in me that I can't stop.
I'm not turning it down. We don't turn down God's gifts. Okay. We talked about this earlier, so we already know what that is. We do not turn down God's gifts. What we do is we nurture them and we use them because they were given to us, period. God don't want perfection. He want yes. That's it. That's it. And that's even with your gift. And we talked about that. Don't make me get my ministry on this live because I do it. Oh no, see, the devil always work. Kicked her right off. Every time. And people know when weird things like that happen, I blame it on the devil because when you get closer and people giving you good words, they'll try to knock you out. So before we go to Whispering Wind, we have a comment from Miss Anisha Benelli. That's the hard part for some people. They are quick to point out how someone else is flawed, but hard, unaware, or refuse to accept their own. That's true. That's true. My daddy always told me when you point your finger at somebody, it's 3 more pointing back at you. Literally. 1, 2, 3. Not in other people doing this. You're pointing back at yourself. So when you like, oh, you this, that, the other. 1, 2, 3. So are you. So be mindful. Even if you turn it sideways. Because people are like, no, if you turn it this way, nope. 1, 2, 3. Either way, it's still going to you. So that's very, very true. So I see Whispering got that baby. I told y'all she was cooking. Listen, Black women, we do it all, okay? So please, Miss Whispering Wind, what would you say to another Black queen, or could you support another Black woman in her trauma?
It's really interesting that that this question is posed because I have different friends who are all suffering from certain things. Give me 1 second.
Okay, because I'm gonna go with camera. Y'all know what's happening right now.
So the little 3-year-old.
What just happened when mommy paused when she mute the phone? Don't worry about what she said, but just know it's order in her house. Go ahead.
So basically, I have like all of us kind of like support each other. The friends that I did have, a lot of them did move away, and so now we have to support each other from distance. But I do have a friend in particular who does have issues, and she's able to realize, like, besides the fact that we speak to each other and she talks to me and asks me my opinion and whatever. I think it's a little bit easier for me because I'm a naturopath, so I'm able to be like, oh, look at her. Okay, you need this, this, and this, and like I fix her up. So like, I guess what I'm saying is take care of that person. Sometimes, like for me, I'll know, hey, you need lithium orotate, so we could get you off that, whatever.
Yeah.
But finding an alternative, like helping them out with feeding them, I can hear you. Okay, there you go. Funny, because the phone never does that. But basically
every time the devil.
Taking care of each other. I think like the best thing women can do for each other is like literally, okay, sweetheart, give me a moment. Feeding each other, doing each other's hair, doing nice things for each other, spa days, massage, those things, like massaging your friend's back. One moment, I'm so sorry.
Well, kids always want to do the most when you try to do something constructive. You know what I mean? When you sitting there not doing nothing, they don't say nothing to you. As soon as you get busy, it's mom. Go ahead.
But I think it's because it's like we're talking about caring each other instead of tearing each other down. When women are talking bad about each other, I guess it's okay for us to be like, oh, the skinny bitch, or whatever else, all these different things that we use to tear each other apart. But when we build each other up, I guess that's when the problem really starts, because now you can't continue that atmosphere of negativity, or that cycle of negativity. But just generally loving each other. Amir, put it out and leave her alone.
I do it all the time. She's a screamer.
Yeah.
As soon as I get on the phone, I think I was talking to Donna on the phone, and I was like, I'm sorry, hold on for 1 second.
So basically, we care for each other, but my friend really does have mental health issues and goes in and out of the hospital, but I'm able to give her things so that she doesn't have to stay there, or she cannot no longer raise her vibration, so she doesn't have to deal with that. But I'm gonna go deal with this. So thank you very much, and I'll be back for the next question.
Okay. Listen, and the kid, and I understand, that's the thing, even in that moment, is so many people that will judge her in that moment. She a mother, period. Like, no, I don't know nobody that got perfect kids. Like, that's just fact. Like, our kids they can be well-mannered, they can be respectful. They are not perfect. And as y'all can see, she got babies. So if you felt some type of way about what just happened, I don't know, fast forward to the next part. But we shout out all our mothers and our queens that can make it through the screaming, that can make it through the false accusations that a sibling hit them. You know what I'm saying? So we definitely.
Wait, are you psychic? She just said that Amir kicked me, and he's like, "No, I did not kick her." Funny.
Whisperer, see, we've talked. We've talked. You already know. I've accepted my gift. I know, but I was just playing, but because that's what I go through. You know what I mean? And that just shows that it's so. We all go through the same thing. So why do we judge each other? Like, right, that small thing in that moment. Is you psychic? No, like I go through it. I got a 12-year-old tomorrow and a 3-year-old on the 22nd.
Oh, I have the 11-year-old and a 3-year-old.
Say, listen, we do this. And like she said, we all said the same thing. We have to check on, for one, our strong friends. Because we keep this up, we keep the smile going. But when we not in front of the cameras or in front of the, at the PTA or whatever we doing, we look real misunderstood. Our hair not done. Don't nobody got no face. Might not have took a shower that day, whatever the case may be. Like, those are the friends you need the ones like Donna that carry everybody's burden on their back. Y'all need to check on her. Y'all know y'all need to be checked. But even if you're one of the people that leaves your burden on her, you should still check on her. Hey, sis, you all right? Because you just dropped a damn bomb on her back. Why would you leave it there? She's not a target.
Oh, I just want to say what you said about checking on somebody. Like I have some friends that are not like my girlfriends because I'm just friendly generally. But like one night, I just saw a woman, and she was just down, and I sort of started talking to her, and I told her, look, because she was talking that talk, just like you said, a little sketchy there. And it's so crazy because she was really drunk, and I told her I was going to help her out. I check on her from now and then, right? And then later on, I had made a friend, and so we started talking. I didn't even realize until recently, right, when I ran into the woman, my friend again that I meet casually, that the woman who's talking sketchy is the same woman that I was speaking to because she was so out of sorts that last time. It's a long time in between us seeing each other, and the same token, I know her baby's father. And I didn't know that because I recognized her through that they were a couple because I know the son because we used to because my son would go to the pool with my children, and he was concerned about the people, so he would keep his son with my children because my girls aren't fast. So he so it was really funny, and so now we just united like 2 days ago, and now we're definitely going to be like girlfriends because she remembered that I was there for her way back when we didn't really know each other that well, and she was really out of sorts. I would say that. And so I would just say it really is important to just generally look out for each other as women. It doesn't have to be somebody that you even know. It could be somebody in the neighborhood, somebody on the bus. You don't know who that person is later on, and they do remember you. Because I get people telling me, "Oh, I remember a year ago, you swiped me on the MetroCard, or you did this, or you did that." So you never know what comes back. So I would just think giving that good energy to women out, especially your men. To your people, but especially let's not down each other.
Absolutely. And that's also a thing where and again, I do not know the Bible as good as people think I should, but I do know there is a part in there when the Lord said that you should never, like, what is it? Never not feed a stranger or something, because you can never know if it's an angel, something like that. But that goes to everybody. Like, you never know what somebody is in need of. A simple hello can make somebody's day. You know what I mean? And just before I even get into it, because y'all know I'm funny, I want to point out two things. Whispering Wind made sure she had that disclaimer. Her girls ain't fast, so don't even try it. Okay, because she gonna act like she gonna say it real fast. Her girls ain't fast, so don't try them. Period. Okay, and that's something I think that a lot of moms need to let these people know. My daughter not fast, so don't try it. And if they don't have that valuable information, they don't know what fast is, so they won't know if they're acting accordingly. So, that's another thing. Akimba said her children be doing outreach with us. They about that life. Yes, listen, that's the thing. We have to involve our children in a lot of things. Don't force them. We have to involve them. And I think I was talking to either Miss Tamika or Donna when I was saying I wanted to have some youth on. And I want to talk to them. I want to ask them what's up, what's wrong. What y'all want to talk about? What we do wrong? So if it's any adult out here that feel like, yo, can't no child tell me what I did wrong, I will take the blunt of the blow for you. What do we do wrong? I want to know so we can change it, because I don't know the number, but we probably close to 200 bodies. Y'all know what I did last year with them 500. I'm here for you to have people like, I'm with this shit. I'm with it. Y'all know how I feel about it. If y'all want me to talk about it, just stop doing it. That's it. If y'all don't want me to call y'all out, then stop doing it. I do not want to see another march or protest. No disrespect to George Floyd, Breonna, anybody that ain't from Philly. Let's just throw that out there. Y'all can feel how y'all feel, because my job is to piss y'all off. I miss Philly Unfiltered. Doc ain't here to stop me, so I'm going to go off. If y'all can't march or protest for your own, they ain't got to be your blood, because George Floyd ain't y'all blood. Neither is Breonna Taylor, but y'all going hard for them. And y'all burnt down our city for them. Poof. That's my mind being blown. Like, I wouldn't roll for y'all if y'all was burning some stuff down for your cousin or the little 12-year-old boy that got shot minding his damn business on his porch. Or how about these women that they keep finding in bins and we still don't know their names? Shout out to Bigger Dre, whole movement on human trafficking. He will be here on the 25th. So check that out. It's bigger than that. Listen, I can go all day, y'all. So this will be a part 2. I am definitely going to make this a part 2, and I am going to invite some men. So I'm about to put together a co-ed panel. We're gonna have some women, we're gonna have some men. If you want to be a part of it, please email me. Let me put the email up there so me and Doc can put it together. And we're gonna do this respectfully. And we're going to talk about a bunch of stuff. We're not just going to talk about what we can do for mental health, the things that we can do to support each other in mental health. I want to know why, and I'm pretty sure a lot of women want to know, why do men feel that it's okay to give us babies and leave? Why do y'all get to live free and we get the responsibility? But then when we take you to court to help with the financial aspect of the child that we created, now we all types of gold digging baby mamas. You know, y'all got all types of fancy names for us. We're gonna talk about that. I'm the middleman. I play the medium. I don't take sides. We're gonna talk to the women. Why, if you're getting child support, you want to take the man to court to get more because you feel like you need more money. But then you have people like me that don't get it and will never get it. Are you like, you know what I'm saying? Or the women like me that do they forced my daughter's father to pay child support, and he takes damn good care of his daughter. You know how much they give me in child support? Between $36 and $54 a month. So why y'all got him on paper? Why? That doesn't make any sense. That doesn't make any sense to me. But then you got the women that go, he lying. And then the judge awards you, like if you get in let's just say you getting for something a month and you want more. And then the judge take it down to $75 a month. Now you mad. Stop being greedy. Be grateful for what you get. So these are the topics that we gonna have. We gonna get real uncomfortable, but we gonna keep it respectful. Let me bring Miss Ashley back in because I want everyone. Let everyone tell the audience what you have coming up, if anything. If you don't have anything coming up, if you have a business that you have and you want to share, you want people to know about it, now is the time to let everybody know where they can find you. If you leaving Facebook handles, Instagram, now is the time for y'all to grab your pen and paper because they are about to give y'all all of this info to check them out. Also, y'all, I've been meeting a lot of cool people in this program that I'm in. Like, and I had texted one young lady. She got like a whole food truck. It's called Corny's. She specializes in corn, not just corn. She have like some corn and some shrimp, and like she got a whole. Listen. I can't eat corn, but I'm telling you, talking to her, she made me mad hungry. So check her out. I'm gonna have her on here so she can give y'all the exact address. But if you ever heard of Corny's, you ever been to their food truck, I know the owner. Holla at me. So, and I definitely gonna get her on here so she can tell y'all so much more about herself. And also, guys, the program that I'm in, we also gonna have them on. We bringing them on. We gonna bring on some people so y'all can meet some more people. We got people that's helping with PPAs and WBEs and all these letters. I don't know what they all mean, but they giving out some great resources. So I can't wait to have them on here so y'all can check out their businesses. I'm trying to get the founder of the program on here. She is so dope. Shout out to Miss Shanae Richardson. Like she just like her hair was giving me life today. So we dropping jewels, we giving resources and all of that. And this program is for PHA residents only. So again, my nose ring coming out, so I'm about to take it out. It's a clip on y'all. So because I know it's a few people on here that do have Section 8 and PHA, and I'm talking viewers. So it's a program that PHA got out to help people with their business, their small business, LLCs, nonprofits, like everything. Okay. And and I said this earlier in the meeting, PHA, Section 8, welfare, HUD, all of those things have stigmas behind them. You know what I'm saying? You ghetto if you on Section 8. You must have like 37 kids if you got a PHA house. No. They got programs. They got Section 8 vouchers. That's where you can find your own place. And PHA will pay for it. Because people, I want to live in a PHA house. Okay, get on a voucher program. You know, fake it until you make it. Disguise your PHA if you so embarrassed by it. But this program was designed to help people. And in the midst of that, this program was created by residents. Not the supervisors, not saying that they don't have a part, but this was created by residents, people that live. They had lived with the stigma. They have lived with the judgment. But they kept going, and they knew that living in that, we have to deal with certain things. So they created a program to help us excel. So the people that still pointing fingers at us, we going to excel and do more than you ever could dream of. Ain't no shade but shade. I said what I said. So in that, we are going to look. Whisper when I see the smoke coming from the pot. She's still cooking at 10:19. So we're going to end this, guys. So I'm gonna let everybody tell what they're doing and where they can find them. Facebook, Instagram, whatever your handle is. Please let them know if you have a nonprofit, a food truck, anything that you're doing, a program, anything, something you interested in, because I'm pretty sure somebody is watching that knows somebody that knows somebody. So this is your time to give up whatever information you want to the people. So we're gonna start with Whispering Wind, so she can get look at that baby. So Whispering Wind, what is it that you want everyone to know about you before you go? Is it any organizations that you are with, any events? Hi, baby.
Yeah, he wants to talk. Well, right now, I mean, I do have several endeavors, but I don't have a website out yet. I'm in the process of building an airloft because we do aerials. But I am a member of INPDUM, International People's Democratic Uhuru Movement. And I know we're working on our Sankofa School and our childcare Kijiji. So if anybody can I'm in New York City. I'm from the New York City chapter. So in terms of aerial, circus, and from there, I have different nonprofits because I do food. So I'll be growing food in a different state. Right now, I'm working with 12 acres and I'm expanding that. But that's in North Carolina and also upstate New York. And then we have we're using on the quarter acre of land, we're growing with the food towers growing up. So anybody who's interested in working with food or has any information, I'm willing to network and start something from there. Anybody who works with children, circus, I'm into the circus arts, and I'm an American tribal style belly dancer and contortionist. So I mean, I'm willing to network with people. I'll give my email for that. But also, we are on the INPDUM level working on the Sankofa School and the in the childcare Kijiji. So we do have I know we have a link. I don't have it right this second.
Okay.
But we have a link for that for donations.
Listen,
So
anything that is not up here now, we will definitely put it on the Philly Unfiltered page, or we will remind y'all every Tuesday and Thursday when we are on. For everybody that was on here, we done lost 2 members already. The devil is trying it. So we are going to go to the beautiful Miss Donna. Please tell us what you if this is your time to share your information. This is when you share what you want. Just to let the people know who you are and what you're doing, and if there's anything you are interested in, if you want to be a part of a nonprofit, any of those things, this is your 5 minutes to fame.
Well, hello everybody. As y'all can see, my name is Donna. I'm interested in opening up a healthcare clinic for men.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I was giving you applause and it cut you off. I'm so sorry.
Thank you. My name is Donna. I'm interested in opening up a men's clinic just for men in the Philadelphia area, ages 15 on up. Basically, my main focus is to focus on men who deal with trauma, mental illness and things like that. So I'm in the process of working on to get my LLC and things like that through PHA, as Miss Andrea was saying.
Absolutely. That's so dope. And listen, if y'all watching, if y'all know somebody that can lead her in the right direction to get her dream. This is why I love my squad. My squad be on confirmation, like confirmation on a beam. Get with George Wally Cephas.
Who is that?
That comment is for you, Donna. The guy,
I know, but how will I get in contact with him? Y'all about to make me cry. Y'all about to make me cry.
Listen, one thing I want people to know, and I think I told one or two people this story about a friend. I recently lost a friend of mine, not by death, but by exit. And the reason, amongst other things, but she said to me that I was weak because all I had was God.
Wow.
Facts. Yes, that's what she said to me, whispering when. That was enough for me. I have nothing else for you.
Wow.
I'm
still wow. Wow.
I love her to death. I will constantly pray for her as God is my witness, but I have nothing else but that. And I say that because if people like Donna and Whispering Wind and Miss Tamika and Ashley can listen to what I'm saying, and I knew this person since 2000, early 2000, and take what I say and do what they want with it, but trust God enough to trust what I'm saying. That's all I need. That just lets me know that he took you out to bring them in. And God is doing things right now to confirm, because she called me fake, all of these things, told me my ministry, whatever. God proving you wrong right before his eyes, because I know you watching. I had a whole conversation with Donna earlier, had to minister to her earlier. And then confirmation. George has a whole group called From One King to Another. George is the author of the book Survival to Success. George has a newspaper here in Philly. It's called Hurt, Heal, Grow. Ways to help heal the Black community. I told you earlier, God told me he was putting destined people in my life, and you are destined in my life. However long you here, I welcome you. I thank you. And I love you, even though, you know what I mean? And that's things that we don't say. I love you as a Black woman. That's period.
Thank you so much, Miss Adrian.
Yeah.
I love you.
I'm only a few years.
Listen, I got the chills all over my body when the lady just said, talk to George, she just keep on saying it. I'm like, that I need to get this man on this line. Where is he at?
Listen, the funny thing about George, I was at Adam McNeil invited me to an event out 52nd and Market to do painting with a twist, because I'm a self-taught painter as well, as y'all can see all my stuff in the back. And that day I met my co-host. I met Ashley, the young lady that was on here, and I met George Wally Cephas. And that day, George asked me to then do an event with him, but he wanted me to speak. My first speaking, I didn't even know I was supposed to publicly speak. I didn't know I was supposed to be a public speaker. He gave me my first public speaking, and I ain't stopped yet. I have not stopped yet. So I'm here to introduce my friends to your friends. You know what I mean? So that's exactly what we do. Yep, I do have his number. I absolutely do. That's the bro right there. I can call George at any hour and talk to him. Yep, God is all you will ever need. Yes, Miss Renee, he is. And he's the reason why I am who I am and why I'm here now and why I'm doing Philly Unfiltered. So, those words from her were the last words. So again, shout out to you, Donna. I'm so proud of you. Keep going with what you're doing. I'm going to text you George's. Even if you want to go on Facebook, he's under George Wally. Look at the devil. I'm going to text her anyway, George information, so she can have it. So, like I told you, you want to write a book? I know a lot of authors. I'm a published illustrator. I drew the pictures in my sister's book. She did a book on the struggle of IVF. It's not like cartoon pictures, but they're statements to what she was going through. So that's another shameless plug. When I had a book, I'm gonna show y'all. So listen, we got the resources. So Miss Tamika, you are up next, please. You didn't tell everybody what you was doing yet? No, it was whispering wind, then Donna. Go ahead, Miss Tamika. Spotlight on you. I think I got you muted.
Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. My name is Tamika Williamson. I am owner and CEO of Williamson Family LLC. We are purchasing homes in the city of Philadelphia. Some homes we will be selling. Some homes will be renting to low-income families and also to homeless vets. Because my mom and my father were Army vets, so therefore I'm an Army baby. And we have to give back to those who've given so much from us. So much for us. I'm also a owner and CEO of A Woman Forged by Fire, which is a nonprofit organization right now without nonprofit status. But we're getting there. It's going to be a transitional facility and program for women and children who just can't catch a break. It's not just, okay, well, I don't make enough to do this, I don't make enough to do that. We're trying to get you to the point where we're ending the poverty mindset inside our neighborhoods, and inside of our families. And since there are different types of families, we have 4 different tiers that we're going to do. We're going to start off with women and children because that's my wheelhouse. That's where I was, and that's how, from my standpoint of what I've been through.
Why did it mute you? It muted you again.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. And that's where I came in at, because I was my own customer. And I know what the system with the cookie cutter systems have for each family member. It doesn't work as well as they hope. They can give you just as much help, but I'm trying to do a live living model, whereas each family will get what they need sufficiently so that they don't become homeless or needy in the eyes of society again. So I want to be able to fix the poverty mindset of a family in order to make them productive people inside the neighborhoods. I'm also a real estate agent. So that if the people who are going through this program need help, they have someone with the knowledge of the industry and also that has their best interests at heart. So everything that I'm doing is working together. Any property that we can't get rid of, we donate to the nonprofit in order for the nonprofit to help the women and children. And if they're able to buy a house, then I'm able to do that also. So I'm trying to give as much as I can.
Absolutely. And that's all we can do. Thank you so much. Like, listen, I told y'all these queens I had on here was dope. Like, I don't care what y'all talking about. And y'all might have seen them in a supermarket or something. I had no idea that these women got businesses. Period. And also too, more like my squad always come through on a confirmation for you, Miss Tamika. But you said it already. Miss Anisha Benelli is also a realtor. She wants to know, how can she help you?
Woo! I'll get your information. I'll get your information from Miss Woo, Lord, yes. I'm sorry.
Come on, you better give them
Miss Andrea.
Yes. We talked about this earlier too. We give them praise. I told you when I put it out and give them praise. My audience know that I smoke because I got Crohn's disease. I have to. I've tried everything. That was my last resort, and they had to force me to do that. But I tell you this, I haven't had another surgery since 2015. You know, and I'm just having a flare up because I haven't had my medicine in a few years. But I would take these blisters on my hands. I've had these all over my body from my head to toe. My hair fell out. Whatever comes out of my hands was coming out of my pores, out of my scalp, underneath my arm. It was, listen. Okay, but God gonna do what he gonna do. Whatever he gonna do it. But one thing I am true to my word, and I will do God's work regardless of what I'm doing. So I told y'all, listen, this show is for people like you, me, just us. You know what I mean? So I know people. I know people that know people, and I just want you to know my people. You know what I mean? So yes, Miss Renee Wilson, God is raising up a people that will do wonderful things throughout the global society. Absolutely. Absolutely. Veterans are near and dear to me. I date one. I know that's right. Listen, them army brats. So yes, thank you, Miss Renee. She says she will pray for you. Yes, pray for all of us. Pray for Doc, Miss Renee, for his mental, status as a Black man. And Doc is an older gentleman. He's well seasoned, but I can't wait for y'all to meet him. It's like he's like Donna. He put the barrier, the weight on his back, and he keep pushing. But now is the time that we gotta, surround Doc and give him of all the love and support that he needs and deserves. So we gonna close this out. Like, this show is dope. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can have a dope show without like famous, and I call y'all famous because y'all are. Like, Akimba will tell anybody I made him famous, and this is one of his members of a movement. She's in the New York chapter. Like, come on, y'all. You know what I'm saying? He has a whole furniture store down Broughton Parish called the Uhuru Furniture Store. I didn't make you famous, bro. You was already out there. All I did was introduce you to my friends. And he was like, after I came on your show, everybody was like, can you come on my show? Can you come on? Listen, because you got something to say. And we need to hear that. We tired of listening to the foolishness and the mumble rap. So we talk to people full of wisdom and bars. That's what we do around here. Yes. Yeah. Come on, Miss Renee, with the comments. We must do it for our men. Yes. Yes. Our Black men, our kings. We have to let them know. That's why my nonprofit is Princes of Power and Training to Rule as Kings. Our sons are princes of power. And they need to be nurtured and supported and trained. Because y'all watch 300, they was trained. People don't like that word. Train them how to be kings. Because kings rule. Y'all train them how to use guns. Y'all train them how to fight. Everything. Train them how to rule a kingdom. Not a corner block. It's a difference. So that's why I did that. Yes, Miss Renee is coming through with all the scripture. So guys, again, thank y'all for joining us for another awesome episode of Philly Unfiltered. I'm gonna try to get these ladies back, okay, for a part 2, so we can have some more very, very interim conversations. Oh, okay, yeah. Listen, Miss Whispering, when she does the natural medicine as well. Listen, okay, we got people everywhere. Okay, if you one of those people that's not into the pills and things like that, she does the natural medicine. Like, we got resources, y'all. Like, people, I hope y'all believe me now. Whoever watching that didn't never believe us, we keep the resources coming. So again, thank y'all for coming out, on my Russell Simmons. Again, these ladies, I will invite them again. Please look out for the future shows. Bigger Dre will be here on the 25th to talk about human trafficking, sex trafficking. Is happening in our cities. It's happening in our neighborhoods. And I wanted to be a very, very important part of that conversation because I played the part of being a trafficker and almost being trafficked. So I've lived a life at 41. When you think of trafficking, you think of people snatching up people. No, I dated a pimp that had women that would go out and dance at parties and strip and all that. I've been telling y'all this story for a while. So when he come on, we gonna get into it. I'm what they call the dim mother or the bottom bitch. If you was born in the 80s or earlier, that was me. I have a tattoo to prove it. He branded all of his girls. That's not trafficking. You know what I mean? Then his sister tried to traffic me. Tried to get me into something she was doing because the dude she was dealing with had her doing it. Listen, y'all never know. Y'all would never know the life that people live, but we got to pray for our strong friends. So Listen, that's what we doing. So I wanted to do something because Miss Samika had a great song, and I actually was able to meet this awesome lady, and I'm gonna try to bring it up again. My sister had, shout out to my sister Shelly LaPrince, had took us to Ayana Von Zant. She was here in Philly. And when I say, if y'all ever get a chance to catch one of her shows, please go. Beyond them shows, Ayana Von Zant Fix My Life. When she on that stage, honey, you talk about ministry and realness. She, man, it's an awesome sight to see. So if you ever get to come across a show, go see her. Leandria Johnson was there, and sis had a whole ankle bracelet on. Okay. If y'all don't know Leandria Johnson's story, go check it out. But she had an ankle bracelet on. But when I tell you, she was delivering a song, she said it. Listen, man, and I'm saying this because somebody listening, and you're feeling like you can't because of what you're doing. Listen, all he wanted you to say, okay, yes. Donna was we talk about earlier. Talk to God like you talk to your friends. Hey, Jesus, listen. You know, like you don't have to come in with the thou arts and all of those things, the scriptures. You don't have to know scripture. He just wants you to say yes. What are you saying yes to? Listen. So to the person that's listening, I don't know who this is, but I hope you listening. You thinking God don't talk to you? He does. He speaks to everybody, but he will speak to you in a specific ear. And I can't tell you which one that is because you have to figure that out. But think about this before I play this song. If you was praying, God, can you give me a sign? I need blase, woo. And a grown man started talking in your ear. You gonna be okay with that? No, you're gonna freak the hell out. You're like, what? Ooh, am I crazy? But you will listen to your voice in a soft tone. So when he's talking to you, you're hearing your voice in a soft tone telling you what to do. Because he knows if he come through, I ain't gonna say he don't come through because God yelled at me before. Like real man voice, like I was Jesus. Like it, because it can happen. But when I'm talking about when you hearing it, you'll hear it and take it from there. And it'll manifest. It will manifest. I got some ages. Donna, 35. Whispering when? 35. Both of y'all coming up on 35. And Miss Tamika. Facts. I ain't even had to tell her. I ain't even had to say the number because she in it. Shit. And I promise y'all that's exactly what I was going to. She in it. So come on, y'all. We got this. We gonna do this. And for whoever listening, say yes. Let's go, cause we got work to do. Okay, y'all. So I hope y'all enjoyed this show, ladies. I promise y'all, I'm gonna text y'all everybody's information. But if you want to go right now, Anisha Benelli, that's her name on Facebook. George Wally Cephas, that is his name on Facebook. It's no extra underscores, nothing. It's just that. But I will text y'all their information so y'all can go straight to them, and they got everything that they do on their page. So, and I gotta text Anisha. I'm gonna text George and let him know it's gonna be some people hitting him up. So, again, I thank y'all again for coming. So I'm gonna put this little logo in, and Miss Tamika, this is for you. We are going to continue with your blessings with Miss Leandria Johnson, and I hope
there are SUVs.
They always do commercials first. It's like 5 seconds. So we're going to end with Miss Leandria Johnson, Deliver Me. Good night, y'all. We will see y'all next Tuesday.
Renegade, Wrangler.
You may be sitting right now on your job, in your home, wherever. And you're trying to figure out this thing that we call life. what's going on. And you're afraid to reach out to a loved one. But if you go back in time and you have to say to yourself, every time I needed him, he was really there. Every time I called on him, he was really there. When we needed him. But what about the time when we need him the most? When it comes down to something that we did to ourselves.
Take that number down,
Who can you
y'all.
call on then? I know I can call on to the God that's inside of me. And this is what I'll say. Lord,